Although 2013 has just started, it really looks like there will be no shortage of cheap Android tablets this year, and the Asus MeMO Pad ME172V is going to be one of them. After reviewing it in a previous clip, today we're going to compare it with the Google Nexus 7, which is one of the best affordable tablets available right now in stores. When grabbing the two for the first time, you'll hardly be able to set them apart. They're about the same in terms of size and weight, as they are both 7-inch slates designed to be comfortably held with one hand. However, the Nexus 7 feels a bit more robust and just sits better in hand, probably because it comes with a matte rubbery back as opposed to the more slippery plastic finishing on the MeMO Pad. But at least this one will be available in several colors, while the Nexus 7 only comes in dark brown. Neither one of these tablets offer a camera on the back, but both feature front-facing shooters for video calls, a 1.3 megapixel one on the Nexus and only a 1 megapixel one on the MeMO Pad. On the sides you will find pretty much the same buttons, ports and connectors on the two, but the MeMO Pad also features a microSD card slot that can take up to 32GB cards, while the Nexus lacks any method of expanding the storage space. Display-wise, the Nexus 7 has a 1280 by 800 pixel resolution screen, and the MeMO Pad offers a lower density 1024 by 600 pixel screen. Besides that, there's an IPS panel on the Nexus and only a standard LCD panel on the other Asus tablet. That translates in an overall superior display on Google's Slate, no matter if you're talking about the overall image quality, contrast, colors or viewing angles. Alright, so while on the outside the two slates we're comparing today are close, the hardware inside really sets them apart. There's a quad-core Tegra 3 processor on the Nexus 7 and only a single-core VIA CPU on the MeMO Pad. The graphics are also several orders of magnitude faster on the Google Slate, and that's basically why this device clearly outperforms its rival in each and every task you might throw at it. Those being said, we're not going to get into benchmarks, but I'm going to show you that the MeMO Pad is not as smooth or snappy as its counterpart here. Despite both tablets running Android 4.1 Jelly Bean with little to no modifications over the core package, you can easily notice that scrolling through the menus and performing various commands is a bit laggy on the MeMO Pad. But that doesn't mean that the Asus tablet is unusable. It just needs a bit more time to get things done, but it will do them in the end. You can watch all sorts of movies on it, you can listen to music, edit documents and notes, browse your favorite websites. It can run light games fairly well too, like Angry Birds or other similar titles, but modern titles with intense graphics are going to be a tough nut to crack for the VIA processor inside this slate. So bottom point, yes, the Google Nexus 7 is faster than the Asus MeMO Pad, but the later tablet is not designed with speed in mind, but rather with efficiency and a low price point. This way, the Asus Slate is able to run for about 6 to 8 hours while performing various everyday tasks, which puts it on the same level with the Google device. But while the Nexus 7 retails for $199, the MeMO Pad will start at less than $150, probably close to $130, albeit that's only for an 8GB option, while the base Nexus comes with 16GB of storage by default. So bottom point, the MeMO Pad is a cheap tablet, setting the bar lower than the Nexus did when it was launched, which means that if you have $200 to spend on a brand new portable slate, the Google Tab is still the one to get. But if you don't and you can barely get $150 for your next slate, the Asus MeMO Tab ME172V is an option to consider next to devices like the Acer Iconia B1, the Kindle Fire and some of the other lower-end 7-inch Android tablets available in stores these days. Alright, and this pretty much sums up this short comparison between the Google Nexus 7 and the Asus MeMO Pad. So, is speed really that important on such a device, or is the price your main concern when looking for a tablet in this category? Are you willing to pick the slower Asus with a poorer screen over Google's Slate, or are you not? Well, we'd like to hear what you think about these two tablets in the area down below. And as always, don't forget to share this video and subscribe to our channel for more updates. Until next time, take care.